My pastor says our job is our mission field, but why do I feel so alone here? Every Sunday I sit in church with 700 other people, but I have no idea what's happening in their worlds. What opportunities do they have to represent Jesus? I'd like to hear their stories. Who's walking with me that really understands my world? I seem to only feel connected into church when I'm doing something, but I rarely have time to do anything. My pastor only seems interested in me when he's fundraising. What does integrity mean in this place? The lines seem constantly blurred and the Sunday message rarely speaks into the grey areas of my day-to-day life. How do I counter some of the problems at work, like the rampant drinking culture, the swearing, the sense of loneliness? I only know of 2 other Christians in this place and they don't want to connect. My colleagues are struggling and lost, but I'm just trying to keep my head above water. At times I get glimpses of God's hand at work, but I'm just not sure how to respond.
I look at my congregation here at Barrable Hills, and we've got some amazingly effective and gifted people in their fields of endeavour. And then I look at myself and think, what have I got to offer these people? And it can be a little bit intimidating at times. How do I lead these people? The understanding of what it is to live out the call of God is intensely important. One of the challenges is that when we've used the word call, we usually attach it to some kind of professional Christian job, being a pastor or a missionary. The kingdom is so countercultural. Jesus comes and he really pushes back against the Pharisees, against the centralisation of spiritual power and authority in a select few, to the point where you have the writer of the Hebrews make this fantastic statement about the priesthood of all believers. And it's on that basis that really the world is changed and the kingdom is advanced. I've been a pastor working for a church for about 15 years now. And this empowerment model of leadership and of ministry, if my role is going to be defined about releasing others rather than being the doer of ministry and mission, but the empower of ministry and mission, what does that actually mean for me? And I don't think we should underestimate what a challenge that is for lots of Christian leaders. So much of the identity and sense of success of Christian leaders is really tied up in the ministry that they do rather than the ministry that they release. How do we genuinely empower people to live out their sense of call in the marketplace, in their workplace, in their universities, in their schools? I love all that's about gathering the church together, but it has to be about empowering people for their Monday to Saturday lives. That's where the kingdom will advance. What we need is some pathways, is some ideas on how we do that. And that's what I'm really keen to hear and draw from others about how we can actually genuinely empower the priesthood of all believers.
Expanding Arrow to include marketplace leadership training will change everything. It will help navigate the Sunday to Monday and develop a new generation of influencers to make a difference.
I think the time is right for a program like Arrow. If we're going to be serious about bridging this sacred secular divide, we need to train up and release influential marketplace leaders who are going to make a real difference for the kingdom in their worlds.